Good morning. Welcome to the Power Prophet. I am the Power Prophet. And last night I was so tired I could not do your video. So this morning I'm doing it. As you can see, I have a mega size Red Bull in front of me to help me wake up. It is Saturday morning, remember? Sleeping late. I don't sleep in late. I get up at 7:30 every day. Tired or not, it's like automatic. But I wanted to be awake, and I wanted to just be able to feel the universal life force and through the cloud of sleepiness that was in my head that is now beginning to dissipate. But I welcome you to Power Prophet. I'll give you my preamble before I get started. I am an intuitive life reader. I read energy, life flows, energy flow that are provided to me through what I call the universal life force. In essence, it functions in much of the same way as other people's deities do, but it's not a deity. It's a conglomeration of every frequency of energy that exists on this earth, and it flows through everyone, brings everyone together, and can be a source of comfort and strength because it is energy. And the energy provides, that energy, the life flow, universal life flow, the energy from the universal life flow provides me messages through which the cards enable me to bounce the messages off and give an interpretation that is provided by the universal life force. So the cards help facilitate the reading, but the reading really comes from the universal life force. I do not follow the meanings of the cards as they're written in the books. I believe that those writings are important. I believe that people who are traditionalists, we need them, and those that follow those codes according to each picture are telling the truth regarding what they are interpreting from their particular energy source. However, I'm intuitive, so I don't rely on those other interpretations. It's moment by moment. Energy shifts, change, moves moment by moment. So, I like to be fresh. Have the ideas, the messages sent to me fresh. Fresh. Clean. This is a safe space right here. Right? And so I use 4 decks. I've got Angelarium of Emanations. I use Manzel's Tarot 2. I use Miss Cleo's Tarot Power Deck and Mystical Shaman deck. And Miss Cleo, of course, is like an old TV infomercial star psychic. But tarot cards, right? You gotta drench them in your energy, soak them in the universal life force, and they become anybody's cards. And who cares who created them? Doesn't even matter. They cost $5. Some of these other sets cost a little bit more. Some of the other ones I have cost a little bit more. But anyway, I wouldn't be able to make it without donations from people. So I thank all of you for helping me to grow this channel and be able to do what I was purposed to do. Now, prior to the readings, prior to coming on, I shuffled the cards and meditate on them and listen for messages from the universal life force. I call them pre-meditative messages or pre-session messages. What they are, they come in images or phrases, a word, and I write them down on a piece of paper. I don't know if you can see that. And this sort of sets off with the entire reading. Now, there's nothing that says that this part is going to mesh with all the rest. It seems like these writings do have relation to the readings, but I'm not going to make that claim because sometimes I'm sure it won't. It's not up to me. So don't expect anything to match up one-to-one to be an ongoing story. Just expect the universal life force to give us meaning in a way that can help us live better, more optimal lives and make better decisions. So the first message I got was, life is what you make it. And when I looked at that, the first thing that jumped out to me was the word make. And make is about constructing, building, or baking. You can do it from scratch, or you can craft or construct from other templates. But whatever you construct, that thus becomes your life, personal, professional, and spiritual. So you have to construct with materials that are appropriate to you, but that are foundationally solid. The three pigs came to mind, thinking about the brick building, the straw building, and the wood. Straw and the wood didn't work, but the brick. And the brick wasn't made from like one material. Bricks are made from, they're crafted from different materials. Is it sand and water? I'm not even sure. I'm not even going to try to know what a brick is made out of, because this is coming to me fresh. But a brick is crafted by putting together either 2 or 3 different materials. And then it is set in something so that it can take shape and take form. So when I think of the word make and I think of life, what you make is going to have different ingredients per life post, I say. For personal, there'll be different ingredients, maybe. For professional, there'll be different ingredients. And for spiritual, they may be different ingredients. But it's not about the hastily construction. And I say, think about making your life with bricks, as opposed to wood or straw. Because, first of all, you're making it. So it would seem like you want to do the best job you can do at crafting your life. Because your life then is a reflection of you. And I have down here, lie down. I didn't write it like lay, lie, L-I-E. Lies down. And then the next thing that came up was, what is truth? What you made, your fruit. So your life becomes the truth of you. Your life reveals your fruit. Is your fruit ripe, plump, juicy, dried up, all fell on the ground? Did some folks or some bugs come and eat it up? Was the tree poisoned? So what is truth? And that's a big T truth, not a little T truth. Little T truths everybody has. But the big T truth of who you are is something that is significant. And that construction process, I think, is the most important from what I'm hearing. And it has to be formulaic in a way or plan has to be enacted so that you understand the steps to follow and crafting whatever that is, that vision you have of your personal life, and crafting that vision of your professional life, and crafting that vision of your spiritual life. Because they will all bear fruit. If they don't bear fruit, then perhaps you need to rethink how you're going about creating that specific life post. That's what I'm going to call it. These are posts: personal, professional, spiritual. And personal involves relationships with your significant other, partner, family, professional, career related, education, job. Spiritual is just that. I'm not talking religion. I'm talking spiritual, what comes from the inside. So not only does the construction take time to create these life posts, it takes planning. So you have to have a plan first. What is the truth of these things for me? What is the truth of my personal life, professional life, spiritual life? What is the truth of these things? And that's the vision. And that's the vision of those things. So once you have the truth of what it is, you see it, and then you make a plan to achieve it. And you can't lie to yourself, because if you lie to yourself, your ingredients will be corrupt. So it takes time to understand the truth or the authenticity that is important for those particular life posts. And maybe you might even put together some personal policies to guide action in those areas. Personal policy. Okay, professional policy: I'll never date anybody who I work with. Or personal policy: I'll never date anybody who lives in my apartment. It's a personal policy, apartment building. Spiritual: I would do something spiritual every day. And just do something spiritual every day. Personal policies. But that comes sort of after you construct, you plan, you build, and now you make sure you have policies that maintain the truth of your vision. The policies have to underscore the truth of your vision. So life is what you make it. It's not about just going out and getting a job. It's about thinking about your various life posts. How you want to build, bake, craft from templates. I don't know. Crafting from templates may not be the best way, because templates are something somebody else made. But, I don't know. Depends on the individual. But what you construct, that life, is representative of who you are. And is representative of your personal, professional, and spiritual life. So the materials utilized to create those posts, those life posts, must be thought out carefully and mixed with precision to the best of your ability, drawing on your particular deities and energies that help you. But they have to be constructed with truth at the center of them. Because if not, you will not be you. If you construct your life on lies. That's not you. Unless you are a lie. Now if you're a lie, then that's a problem. If you construct your life post upon truth, then the chance of you bearing fruit that is going to be nutritious and optimal for you to restore your energy and to share, it's going to be bountiful. But the thing is, to get to your fruit, you have to discover what the truth about yourself. Create a vision for your life post. Plan it. Construct your truths. Construct those life posts on truths. And then provide policies that can help maintain the ultimate vision, those truths are creating for yourself. So what is your truth? Life is what you make it. What is truth? Let's see what's going on here, okay? Put these aside and bring out the Oracle of Emanations, Angelarium. Let's see here. Life is what you make it. What is truth? Who's going to guide us today? Or who is going to represent who you're talking to today? Universal Life Force. I pray with the cards, my ancestors, my spiritual guides, my energy warriors, my aunt, Mother Gaia. Bring some meaning to these cards. Help me hear your messages. I thank you in advance. Thank you already for showing me, telling me, helping me discern, giving me discernment. Thank you. 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 Oh. This is how I like to do these. Spread them out. And then choose one. With the Universal Life Force, choose one. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We got the angel of song. Israfel. Israfel. What is your truth? How will you sing it? The emanations from your head, how will they manifest themselves? The materials are here. In the brain, they construct the song through a combination of bodily reflexes and exhales. That's the mixture. And the instrumentation is this horn. And then the fruit comes out from the bottom. So life is what you make it. So life is that song. And the preparatory things that are required to get that song out. Emanations from the mind. That's life's energy. And you clearly see that this angel of song is extremely sturdy. So when we talk about materials needing to craft that song, this person not only is singing or blowing her truth, but it comes from a body and space or being that seems well constructed. That the fruit this being will bear will be ripe and ready for self-restoration and for others' restoration as well. So the card that's asking today is, what is your truth? How will it ring? What is the life that you will create through the instrumentation, ingredients, things, people, places? How will they be orchestrated in such a way that not only do they serve you, but you have the ability to serve them back? You have to stand vigilant over your truth, because people will corrupt it and take it. You have to stand ready in protecting your vision, because there's so many things that occur in life that can throw you off track. And policies, your own personal policies, help keep you strong and ready to defend your life post, your personal, professional, and spiritual. To protect it. To keep it safe. So this card is a manifestation of that whole conversation we had the pre-session. Life is what you make it. What is your truth? This card is a direct manifestation of everything that we just talked about. But I sense a little weariness. This is not like me talking to a baby. This is me talking to grown folks. How many truths are you supposed to make? How many personal, professional, spiritual lives are you supposed to make? Well, one, ideally, that is satisfactory to you. That can provide you with fruit that you don't settle on. You don't settle big T truths. You bring them into your space, and the big T truths are the authenticity of who you are. You don't let that go. And if people do not accept the changes, then you have to be ready to make hard decisions about who to let go and who to keep. Some people only have one good friend in their lifetime. One or two. So you can clean up. You can clean up your life posts, professional, personal, spiritual. You can clean them up. Sweep them up. Mop them over with some authenticity. Have them glowing so that your truth is front and center. In rearranging those spaces, those posts. And it does take your body, your biological processes to make these things happen. Because your senses are biological processes. And moving around and making decisions and thinking. But you have to be prepared. And the armor that the Song of Israel has on is not only showing that she has solid materials in representing her truth, but that she is, or this being is ready. So she's got solid materials, but this being's also protected from attacks, or has put on armor to protect from attacks. Seems like those horns from this suit are like also protecting her mind space. Because you can't get to your truth if your mind space is messed up as well. And we've talked about that in other readings, so I'm not going to get into mindset. But life is what you make it. What is your truth? Can you hold up to it? Can you revamp, restructure, reconstruct, or just start anew with building truth into your life post and realizing that your life reflects who you are as a being? And the people you have around you reflect who you are as a being. However they act, that's you. Whether you want to agree with it or not. Let's see. Let's see what else she got to tell us. So, we know that there's a truth here. Something needs to be cleaned. Something needs to be changed. Let's see what's behind this advice? Why is this cleansing? Why is this restoration? Why is this initiation of a new song? Why is all this important at this moment in time? Why is this message coming at this moment in time? Why? Why? Tell us why. Why? Why are we being told? Why is this message now? What are we waiting for? What is coming? Or what's underneath? The universal life force, I don't know where you want to go with this, but I'm open. But I'm curious as to why are we receiving this message? Thank you. 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 Page of Wands. 4 Wands. Page of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles. 3 of Cups. 7 of Wands. 2 of Wands. Just making sure you can see him. I asked the universal life force why was this individual, why are we receiving these messages? Well, from the overall energy of the cards, we're receiving this energy because a change needs to occur. Things are not going well. At all. At all. I see scarcity, but I also see the opportunity for abundance. Scarcity and the opportunity for abundance. All the rest of this is signaling the corruption of truth in one's life. Sort of lost their way. And you want to find it again. You want to get back on track. That's why it was like, this was like a life development or a basic life session on how to manage your life. Plan, policies, truth, construct. Because the cards are just saying things ain't right. There's scarcity, lack. The magic that you wielded is not as profitable as it was. But as you see, Israfel, angel song, this being's looking at abundance. So abundance is clearly in the cards. Is clearly part of the journey. And the abundance doesn't mean money. The abundance could be the truths. It could be the restoration. It could be renewed relationships. It could be a better job. It could be being more spiritual. Clearly, in this Two of Wands, there's some praying and meditation that's going on here to help figure out how everything got so messed up. Career, professional, money, personal, relationships, spiritual. It's all upside down right now. But this makes me even more curious. Like, why are things so messed up in your life right now? Why are things so messed up in your life right now? What is happening to you? Universal Life Force, I ask you to give us some clarity on what is messed up in this individual's life. What is it that we know they need to work on everything. But can we just work on giving them some simple understandings? Maybe it's not clear how the trouble is manifesting itself in the personal, professional, and spiritual. So some clarity in how these troubles are manifesting. How are these troubles manifesting in this individual's life? How are these troubles manifesting in this individual's life? How are these troubles manifesting in this individual's life? How are these troubles manifesting in this individual's life? Thank you. 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 The bottom of the deck, you got the Nine of Swords. The bottom of the Ma'at's deck, the Manzel's deck, you got the King of Pentacles. You got the Ten of Cups. You got the Knight of Kings. You got the Queen of Staffs. And you got the Three of Swords. So how are these, what's being manifested? You're disconnected from yourself. You're losing your sense of self. At one time you knew. You were fed by the river. Seen magnificent things. Done great things. You are very sure of yourself. Very, very, very sure of yourself. And then somehow your resource started to dry up. And I think you've been hurt. You've been hurt through life. Resources dried up. You've been hurt through life. You've been hurt through life. I'm looking at the Queen of Staffs sitting here. Staff is like that song. That horn. But you're still holding on to the truth of who you are. But you are tired. And you've been hurt. And you've lost resources. That's why there's this need to have these messages about getting back into the game. You got to get back into the game. You can't languish. I see you doing the work of prayer. I see abundance on some level. And I see you holding on to your truth as tightly as can be. And life just does that. Sometimes it beats you up. Sometimes it makes you confused about what it is you wanted to do in the first place. Or sometimes you really never really know until an aha moment. And who knows when people get those. All I know is just keep doing what you do. And that's doing something that you obviously will hopefully have some passion about. But you done had a road. And you done hit a spell. And that's what's going on. You done had some nasty interpersonal situations. You done had some confusing professional experiences that cost you resource. You're still trying to hold on to your spirituality, but even that's beginning to wane. But you are holding on to the truth of who you are. And that is the most important piece. Do not lose the authenticity, the reality of who you are, because it can be remade. You can restore, transform. You can become Angel of Song. Everything geared toward your vision, your purpose. Your clothes, your physicality, your physiology, your brain. You got your truth in your hand. You created that. And that vision is that song. You got your truth in your hands. Keep it there. Keep it there. Be more purposeful in deciding how you're going to move forth with your life post, with personal, professional, spiritual. Be more purposeful. That's why the life force is telling you, keep that truth front and center. Let that help rebuild your vision. What is your truth? Your truth is your fruit. There was no fruit coming. There was nothing. There was nothing. You have to plan. Make a plan this time. Then start creating. And have policies that don't allow this to happen. Have policies that keep you safe, that protect you, that are your armor, your boundaries. You let things cross your boundaries. That's the problem. Even with the Nine of Swords, it's upside down. Seems like you're on your own too, like you got no help. And if I'm looking at the King of Coins upside down, it seems like you done lost a lot in life. You have no help, support. Your finances are a little shaky, but you're holding on to that truth, and that is all that matters. That is going to keep you and going to move you into abundance. So you can look at these things that either have happened or will occur. Okay? And you have to remember, when you see things starting to fall apart, you have to realize that this reading was for that particular situation. And remember, you need plans and policies. You need your boundaries. You need your armor. You need to build a vessel, a home, a space. That is stable in these posts and informed by policies. That will not allow these interpersonal and other conflicts. They'll be there. There's always conflicts, but not like this. This is like things are coming unhinged. Maybe you can ward this off. Maybe this is a warning message. Maybe you see what's coming. But you are tired, and I don't mind. And I can see why you are tired. But you have to keep moving. You can't stop. You have to keep working toward your vision. You have to keep that truth front and center. Sit down and relax for a minute. Catch your breath. But keep that truth where you can see it and hear it and long for it to be an active part of your reality. Keep that truth front and center. Keep that truth front and center. Oh, wow. You know, the life force be giving it up. You know, I mean, to maintain the truth of who we are throughout our entire life is easy for some. For others, it's hard. Sometimes things get messed up and they need to be fixed. Sometimes you burn a bridge. You need to apologize. Sometimes things get broken and need to be pasted together. Sometimes something gets destroyed and you just completely need to rebuild. That happens in life. Like I said, I don't know if this is happening now, if this is a future occurrence. I'm not sure. But at least you know. At least we're clear on how we do this. It's a refresher course. Life Basics 101. That's what we have here. Life Basics 101. Life Basics 101. Life is what you make it. Yeah, that's it. Sorry, gotta write it down. Life Basics 101. That's the title. Life Force gave me the title. Oh, was I shuffling? The Life Force gave me the title. So I hope y'all doing okay today. I mean, the holidays coming up. We can't go visit anyone. So I guess it's a good time to be sitting home meditating, playing, and thinking about how you're going to get your life back in gear. Get off that ground. Get all untangled up from that confused state. Sit down and write. Write out the plan. Write out the policies. If that's what it takes. Envision the fruit you want to bear. Now I'm talking to myself too. You know what I mean? Universe is giving us messages for everybody right now. Everybody. Everybody. And we thank you for it. We thank you for it. We definitely thank you for it. Definitely thank you for it. Okay. The arrow. Yes, the first card that pops up is Seek Counsel. When things are going awry, there's nothing better than getting the advice of someone who's a little more wise than we may be, who has life experience. And this is 1-1. This is completion. This is 11-1-1. Oh shit. That advice, that is going to be like a clap of thunder to get you going. That advice, that wisdom is going to give you the motivation to do what it is that you need to do. And that is go into full cycle mode. You got the hunter, you got thunder, and you got counsel. But that thunder is going to put you in full circle mode. It's going to get you going because you see Thunder the Bulls. Running, going, moving, motivated. 1 again, 11. Yes. 2-7, we got a 9. It's going to take a while to unpack all this stuff. But that's okay. I can see outlines of solid images, which means your vision will clear and you will see. The hunter, watching, waiting, deciding when to make his move. And you're going to have the motivation. Because there's somebody whispering in your ear, somebody you're going to meet that's going to help you get motivated. Like I mentioned earlier, you were tired, you were weary. That is going to come off. You are going to regain your ability. To protect, defend, create, destroy. Destroy doesn't mean necessarily destroying is bad. Some things need to be destroyed. Like old ways of being, old ways of living your life that are causing you issues. Yes. So I see this shaping up really well. But this could happen. This could have already happened. This could be in the process of happening. Or this situation could be occurring. Or you could have been thinking about this for a while. And feeling these ways about how your life is a little bit topsy-turvy. But I'm telling you, things are definitely going to get better. You will get your motivation back. You will get your mojo. You will get it back. And you will be on your way to restoration. So don't just think that you're down right now and you're not going to get back up. Oh, you're getting back up. And you're getting back up in a way that is provocative and profound. So even in the council, there's a rest moment. So something is telling you to rest for a bit. One, completion. I don't know what else to say about this reading. We got the upside down arrow on the bottom. Yeah, you need to sit down. Arrow's going back in place. You need to sit down. And I even like this. And get with the flow of things. Life ebbs and flows. There are no lives where there's absolutely no trouble, no trials, no tribulation. Life ebbs and flows. So get into that flow. and weed out those issues so you can reinsert your truth. But first you got to lay it down and take a minute. You got to lay it down and take a minute before you can let all this out right here. You got that? Alright. Alright. It's a lot to take in. A lot to take in. But I just want you all to have a good holiday season. Please stay safe. I wish you all the prosperity, all the love, all the peace and the joy in the world. I know that life will blossom and bloom with fruit that is indispensable to your own enrichment and to those around you. And I know that with patience, perseverance, and dedication, whatever it is you set forth in your mind will come to be. You got to have that vision. And it's got to be based on your own truth before you get caught up in somebody else's lie. And on that note, thank you. Have a good day.